Howdy friends, this is going to be a very different flavor of video from the usual content we make. So right now the classic and retail communities are more blended than ever, with the obvious success of classic WoW and the beta being available to a lucky few players who managed to get in. Now, despite the good-humored told you so in the title of this video, my focus here is not to be a jerk about the obvious success of classic WoW, but I think as a community, we deserve to take a moment and reflect how far we've come. Rewind back to 2015 and you'll find many people feeling disenfranchised by retail WoW, especially during the Mist of Pandaria and Warlords of Draenor expansions. The game itself had progressed into something that many players like myself just weren't enjoying. I'm not saying this is the fault of Blizzard, as they probably designed the game to the best of their ability at the time, but as the game took on new players and a new generation, there became a divide in the player base where some players wanted their old game back. Now, I believe Blizzard tried to appeal to both communities and more or less managed to get some positive reactions for their changes, but none of these changes could really bring the game to a state that a silent majority of players really wanted, and that's when and where private servers started gaining traction. Now, hate them or love them, private WoW servers for Classic have been available for many years, some of them offering a nostalgic revisitation to the old game we loved and lost. But one private server stood above all the rest, which was Nostarius, a server put together for fans by fans, with the goal of delivering the most Blizz-like vanilla experience possible. Sure, it wasn't perfect and it wasn't exact, but it was closer than anyone had ever gotten, and it succeeded in delivering the experience that so many players were craving. And boy did it get some traction. I remember trying Nostarius myself and I was shocked to see over 15,000 people logged in at one time. I didn't even mind competing with players for quests and mobs and XP. To me, it was classic WoW again, and I was darn happy to be there. I've often compared this experience to having a family pet pass away. Like, sure, you can get another pet, but it's just not the same. Nostarius, to me, was like coming home from work to find the pet that I thought once died was now by some miracle alive and healthy again. I love classic WoW. It was my childhood, and going back was a passionate experience, even if it was just a private server. But after almost a year of smooth sailing on Nostarius came a big storm. A cease and desist from Blizzard that shut down our beloved game and turned Nostarius into a martyr for the cause. Many sad and frustrated fans went to the forums and subreddits expressing their anger and begging Blizzard to release an authentic server of their own for us to play on. And as many of you might remember, the majority of retail players didn't receive this very well. Many of them looked down on the classic player base as pirates who had been playing stolen copies of their game for years. Many called us toxic, that our game was buggy, unpolished mess, and would never work in today's gaming environment, and that we only wanted to play it because we were seeing the game through rose-tinted glasses. Even J. Allen Brack told a fan the famous,
"You think you do, but you don't."
Fast forward to today, and you'll find the discussion around classic WoW has changed drastically. We were able to show Blizzard that we are a sizable enough community for them to appeal to. It took them time, but they delivered, and I applaud them for listening to their fans. Classic WoW is already showing to be a huge success, day after day showing to be one of the most talked about and most viewed games on Twitch and YouTube, and this is just a closed beta. Imagine what it'll look like when the full game launches. To all the critics who said for years that this game wasn't viable or that it was never going to happen, please forgive me for my moment of immaturity when I say, we told you so. The game works, and a lot of people want to play it again. And now my focus of this video is not to serve as a gatekeeper of who is and isn't a real fan or deliver a message against the retail community. I enjoy retail WoW and the community, and I've kept my subscription to the game for years because of this. And obviously there are millions of people who never touched private servers or advocated for Classic that are excited for the opportunity to play Classic WoW again or for the first time. Classic is a game for everybody, and if you plan on playing this for the first time this summer, then I welcome you to my favorite game, and I hope you stay around to enjoy it. But I will say, there are a few big name channels who right now are streaming Classic WoW, and I'm not going to call any of them out by name. These are channels who only a few years ago were openly hostile to the idea of classic servers, and that irony is not lost on me. So if you were one of the people who was promoting the ideas of classic servers when it wasn't popular, or simply just someone who liked the idea but just didn't think it would happen, take a moment to pat yourself on the back, because you're about to get the game you worked for, and I'm excited for you. And if you were one of the critics of Classic, I hope you'll now keep an open mind and try it out for yourself. Who knows, maybe you'll see why so many people were willing to fight for this game. So that's just my thoughts on this subject. I hope no toes were stepped on, and that we can all move forward with excitement for this game. And so, other than that, thank you for your time, and I will see you guys next time.